What's going on, good people? It's DansDenYT number 81. What's again? The lighting. Hello, you. How's it going? All right. This cat, honestly, he was outside moaning and whining, meow, meow, meow. I'm like, dude, you know exactly where I am. I literally just saw him outside. Just saw him, and there he was. He was just outside, chilling out. And then I come up here, and suddenly he's downstairs, meow, meow, meow. Now he's looking for a way up here. I know he's going to come up in a second. He's going to interrupt. You wait. He'll be here. How are you all doing? It's Friday. I don't want to say it's the end of the week, actually. I want to stop that because, to be honest, there is technically no end of the week. Technically, I want to get into that mindset. There is no end of the week. The week does not end. There's no point in us trying to put a full stop on something. You can have the end of a day when you go to sleep, but the end of a week? No, it's not the end of the week. You got the weekend ahead. And the fact we call it weekend, maybe that's the problem as well. Because what is the substantial difference? It's a psychological thing, right? We just go, right, Sunday's here and we get back to work and start afresh. But no, we're just continuing on from Friday. It's a continuation. It's a loop. It just keeps going round and round and round. There is no end. I hope that's not, depressing or anything. But, it's just maybe feeling a bit of a constant. We can just end our day. Take it day by day, just relax into it. Right, mate. I'm wearing certain trousers that are a bit sensitive to your pores, and I'm just very conscious of what you've got on your pores. So if you could just do a quick check, okay? Are we all good? Excellent. Okay, good. All right, fantastic. So, oh God, you really are stinky, mate. You're smelly. You're a smelly cat. Smelly cat, smelly cat. What am I feeding you? Smelly cat, smelly cat. It's all your fault. We do take him to the vet, and he actually is our favorite pet because he's our only pet. What's the next line? Won't take you to the vet. Obviously not your favorite pet. I don't know, but you are a smelly cat. Don't play with the light, Dexter. That's not the one. So what I actually wanted to do was have a discussion about positive mental attitude. Because we haven't done that in a while, actually. We haven't done a little bit of like a workshop-y thing and discussed it as a whole. So when everyone's here, I'll definitely go into that. And then until 1:30, we'll have the chat. We'll have the discussion for sure. We'll do it. It'll be good fun. It'll be a good time. But until then, I will wait. And discuss things going on over in my world. So first of all, for those of you who weren't here yesterday, I finally managed to make it round to the hard mode on Terraria. So thank you to Big Boy Xander for helping me out there and walking me through that process. Yesterday, I took on the Queen Bee twice. And what else did I do? There was something else I did. I fought someone. Oh, that's right. I went into the dungeons and picked up the Murasama, so I managed to get the knife's edge. Then we went down and fought the wall of flesh, and then we went straight into hard mode, which was overwhelming and ridiculous because I thought you had a choice. I thought it was like, hey, well done, you've defeated the wall of flesh. Would you like to join hard mode? Here's an option. Maybe you're not ready yet. Would you like to do hard mode now? But no, literally, the wall of flesh dies, and then they start throwing harder enemies at you. I'm like, can I have a moment to collect myself, please? Can I just have a second? Is that all right? Because that just didn't seem fair, if you ask me. Hello, Sam. How's it going, mate? Sam, mate, we're in hard mode. We got it. We did it. I did it yesterday. Big Boy Xander helped me out. We did it. Champion. We win. Yay. Dexter, a few words from you to celebrate. Of course. Amazing. Always wise words from this wise, smelly cat. I already sung Smelly Cat to him because he is a smelly cat. How are you, mate? You all right? I haven't seen you in a couple of days. You been good? Actually, I haven't seen you for a week, right? Because I wasn't online Tuesday, Wednesday. I did come on Monday, but no one thought I was coming on apparently, so no one joined me on Monday. I did a 15-minute live and then was like, right, well, I guess I'm going because no one's here. Also, I understand Tors is his first shift today, so I want to celebrate his first shift and give him a celebratory send it, because that's what he's going to do. Apparently, he's going to go into his cafe shift and he's going to send it. He's going to do it. So, all best of luck to him today. Yeah, absolutely. I only know because he mentioned it yesterday, and he said a bit nervous, but I gave him some tips. Gave him some tips and tools and That's it. Now you have no one to play Rust with. Oh, buddy. Single tear. I don't know what to tell you about that. I mean, do you usually find strangers online and, do you play with them ever? Ow, Dexter, Jesus. This is not a mountain to climb, mate. You don't need to clench your claws right into the surface of my flesh to stay in place. Gravity will do the work, mate. Okay? My God. Honestly, I feel like he's actually trying to inject me with cat resin or something. Oh yeah, mate. Are you happy now? Yeah, is this what you wanted? Yeah, this is it. So you're on summer holidays now, Sam, aren't you? You're chilling now officially. You're there. And what does the summer holidays look like? Ross plays very toxic and racist, so I don't really talk to people on there. I have heard. I mean, actually, do you know? It's funny you mentioned that. I actually read someone on Reddit mentioned this about how the gaming community can collectively solve bigotry online, because what I know is part of the big problem, and this is tantamount to all of the problematic issues we're facing today, is that they started out, they happened, and because they were allowed previously, because they were okay, it's now suddenly harder to tackle it, because at one point it was okay. So we've got people who are still online from, the original Call of Duty online days, Halo days, bloody Counter-Strike, and yeah, back then it was a free-for-all. People could say and do whatever they wanted without any punishment at all. So I think what happened was that became a very cemented thing that people could do. They felt like it was a safe space for them to basically be horrendous bigots. But because they started getting policed and it started to be like, no, you can't say that. We won't have that on our community. They're like, oh my God, free speech. I won't be held accountable. And so we're still having this problem because people don't know how to hold themselves accountable. You are the worst person at sitting. How are you? Like, seriously, Dexter, you've literally sat down and then slid off my lap. Okay, right, you're moving. Not all of them are, but I'd rather stay away from them. Yeah, I get it. No, absolutely. I mean, this is the thing. You've been on something like 2 months already. Oh, what? Damn. Okay, cool. Is that why you're here? Is that why you've been on? Is that why you've been here? That's amazing. Okay. That's why you've joined? You're like, I got time for this. I got time. I got the time. I'll give it the time. Yeah. No, please type it out, and I'll tell you the story that matches what you're saying. So I played Left 4 Dead, and what was it? This happened recently, and it wasn't racism. It was more like I think I talked about it. But basically, I was like, I'm just gonna go online, play with a few strangers for fun. Let's see how it goes. And I just happened to join a guy who started talking. It was lovely and it was really nice. And then suddenly he started going on about how coronavirus wasn't real and Bill Gates and the microchip. And I was like, oh my God, shut up. Oh my God. And I just couldn't. And I said to him, like, mate, I don't want to talk about it. And he was like, no, but why? And I'm like, because I don't want to talk about it. Why are you insisting that we have to talk about it? I don't want to talk about it. Go find someone else to talk to about. You know what I mean? Like, oh, pee off, go away. Yeah, man, online is just sometimes online is a tough place to be. It really is. But you type out your thing, and I will wait patiently for that to happen. Also, while you're doing that, I'm going to talk about Terraria and what went on there, because I didn't know. Right? No one told me this. That basically, when you've defeated the wall of flesh, I thought that there was a option to start hard mode. I thought there was like a thing where it would go, well done, you've defeated the wall of flesh. Would you like to go into hard mode? And I go, yes or no, depending on how ready I felt. I'd probably sit there for a few minutes and talk to the guys and be like, I don't feel I'm ready for this. Give me some stuff I need to be ready for. But no, it doesn't do that. It's just like, well done, you've done it. Here you go, hard mode. By the way, we're not going to tell you hard mode started. We're just going to throw hard mode as enemies at you. So here comes some new enemies you've never seen before, just flying at you. And they're all over the place, by the way. So you're in hell. So here's some hard mode hell bosses or enemies, sorry. And then when you get to the surface, just so you know, we're just going to throw some hard mode things at you there. Oh, the sand biome. Oh yeah, no, there's hard mode things there as well. So just take that. And we won't actually tell you in hard mode. We won't let you know. We're just going to let you be free with that. So they had to tell me that you could actually destroy the demon altars or crimson altars, which I wouldn't have known. I would not have known that, which then opens up possibilities for other ores. I was just like, oh my God. So now Terraria is officially started. And it's like, obviously the whole world has opened up. And what I established was that basically playing on normal mode is literally one big tutorial that you can spend 20 hours on. the tutorial stage for hard mode. That's what it is. But then hard mode, a whole bunch of other stuff comes up and you're like, well, I don't know how to do any of this. What the hell is this? I'm so glad. I am so glad that I'm playing it on softcore mode now. Thank you. Because if I'm playing that on medium core, friend. Oh my God, I would need 10 of everything. Seriously. Right, I'm going to now read your story here. So basically, me and Tils raided someone, and after we were going to get off the server, so we teleported him to our base and started giving him loads of loot and endgame items. Oh, that's nice. But then in Rust, it randomly gives you a race and gender. So my character's a black man, and the guy we met just called the N-word out of nowhere, and I didn't hear it at first. Tils was like, so Tils shot him in the head, called him out for being racist in the chat, and then we moved our whole base for anyone to come get loot from us. Hopefully that guy learned a lesson. Yeah. I mean, absolutely. Just tell him how it is for sure. Let him know. The thing, right? So I just actually did a video of this, actually, Sam, and this is something that this is how can I put this? This might go over your head, but follow me on this because I literally just did an Instagram video on this very thing, right? And this is with regards to so many things. Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was trying to be nice, but he ruined it. No, that's it. And this might go over your head, but see if you get this and understand this, right? So we've had conversations, right? You, Sam, understand when you have a feeling or a thought, you can kind of identify that feeling or thought, and you can know maybe to some degree where it came from, or you can basically go, oh, I'm feeling sad, probably because this thing happened, or I'm feeling sad because I'm thinking about this thing that happened in my past, and therefore I know that that's happening and I can manage it, accordingly, right? Or you can say something and be like, oh, maybe that's not what I meant to say. Let me say that again. You're conscious, right? You're self-aware, and you're trying to manage what comes out of your head to your best degree. And that's my estimation of you. And I think you probably get that, right? But what I don't think people understand. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Well, I think what people don't understand, and haven't got to, is that those sorts of things, right, that you and I can do, where we can be very conscious and aware of our thoughts and words, right? There are so many people out there who, and I think this guy's probably one of them, right? This guy you're talking about, who not only don't look at what comes out of their mouth, right? They don't look at what they're thinking and why. They don't even know, and this is weird to talk about because when you're self-aware, it's actually hard to imagine operating without thinking about what you think about. It's such a habitual thing that you have to think, what if? And it's quite scary, actually. It's quite, for me personally, it's quite a scary feeling. But imagine if you existed, if you, Sam, did things and thought things, but never actually thought about what you thought about, and never thought about what came out of your mouth, right? And once you kind of got a grasp of that, then you're looking at these sorts of people, right? And not always, but sometimes you're looking at people who basically never recognize that you can actually think about what you think about and say. And of course, this is how we end up with people like, I mean, there's a whole conspiracy theory thing going on, which is fascinating, and we can talk about it if you want. But with like the 5G towers, the coronavirus, the mask wearing thing, the whole nonsense, right? These are collectively people who will spout a whole bunch of, nonsense, and they will not actually realize, and it won't even come into their mind that they have an opportunity and a capacity to think about what they think about and what they say. But so they don't do it. But they're so far gone from imagining that's a possibility that literally you can say anything to them and they do not reflect because they don't think that that's something that they can do. They're literally on autopilot and they do not ever consider what goes on in their head, right? Now, I'm not calling them stupid. I'm just saying they lack self-awareness. And unfortunately, stupidity can run parallel holding hands with that. But they literally lack self-awareness. But that's the importance of self-awareness. That's literally the value of self-awareness. Your ability, Sam, to be able to go, right, what's the right thing to say here? And now you maybe you're not consciously thinking that all the time, but you do on a level go, what's the right thing to say here? What's not the right thing to say here? What should I do about this? When I'm feeling like this, what's the best thing for me to do? Why am I feeling like this? And really digging into it and being aware of that. That's powerful, man. Like that's something that's so underrated. And we're seeing how underrated this is. Because again, when you look at people who don't have this, who don't do this, you end up with that. You end up with this thing of like, I'm going to say the N-word and they probably knew they'd get attacked. Do you know what I mean? They probably knew they're going to get shot in the face, but they don't care because as far as they're aware, they just said it and they wanted to do that, but they don't know why they wanted to do it. They don't know what they were going to get out of it. They don't know what the purpose was. They just wanted to do it. They didn't think about any of the consequences, any of the actions, any of the reward. They were literally an autopilot and they just went, I'm going to do this. So anything that can be said to these people falls on deaf ears. It just disappears into the ether, into the void. Now, I hope, like you, that he did learn something about that. I'm saying I'm assuming, but you don't know. They learned something about this, right? I hope that they learned something from that, of course. But at the same time, what we need to be aware of is that some people literally just will not reflect on their action. They won't. And that's painful. That's really painful because then you then think about the people out there who do cause harm and hurt through action, through words, through thought. But the problem is when you try to hold these people accountable, they don't have the capacity or the vocabulary to actually practice that accountability in their own mind. It literally is. I'm trying to think about what it is. I think it's kind of like similar, Sam, to when we experience like anxiety. So I do experience anxiety with things. I'm no doubt, you do with some things as well. So when you come up against something where you get a real bit strong pang of anxiety and you kind of freeze, right? And you kind of like, and you know that's what's happening. You're scared and you're worried about something. It's irrational, but you're still worried about it. I think that's what it's like for some people. When they're held accountable, there's an anxiety because they don't know how to be held accountable. They literally don't know how to think about themselves in that way. So they experience that same anxiety and they practice just shutting it down. And their only response when they go into that fight or flight mode, their response will probably just be fight. Their response will just be, well, like, whatever, it's just a word, blah, 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 blah. And they won't think about it. They won't. And you see this in adults and young people, and it's learning accountability. Like, you know what I mean? Does that all make sense? So I spoke about this on Instagram, not in length because they're only a minute videos, but I did say that just now. And I think it's something that we need to be aware of because sometimes when we want to help people be a bit more inclusive, a bit more open-minded, part of that is actually teaching someone how to challenge what they think. Literally question what they think and why they think that way. Because if they can't figure that out and if they don't know how to, then there's no point in trying to give them information that challenges what they believe, because they need to be able to, have that thought go into their mind and then balance them out and actually have them come up against each other. They need to be able to do that. And if they can't do that, then there's no point. It's kind of depressing in a way, but really fascinating because it takes all of this stuff to a different place instead of just arguing, well, this is a fact and that's a fact and this is that's bad and this is bad and that's good and that's good. Do you know what I mean? We're all doing good work at the end of the day as long as we're trying to open people's minds, in my personal opinion. Nathan, what's up? Sam, I'd like you to meet Nathan. Nathan joined us yesterday on the live on Terraria. So welcome, Nathan. Hello, welcome to Dan's Den. This is just where I go live randomly every 12 p.m. every weekday at 12 p.m. So welcome here. Thank you very much for joining the live yesterday. Nathan watched me cross the bridge from normal mode into hard mode on Terraria yesterday, and was a wonderful moral support. Nathan, thank you in helping making that happen. So that was good. That was really good. And then help me, collect myself after being attacked by hard mode bosses. So yeah, that's it. You. No, you. No, you. No, you. But yeah. So Nathan, just so you know, Sam and I were just talking about accountability. We may not discuss this. Okay. We may not discuss this at length, but we're just talking about accountability. Nathan, I'm only asking this, Nathan, because I don't know how old you are. I don't know you. So I hope you don't think I'm insulting you by asking you this, but I just want to know, do you know what accountability is? Are you aware of, what that word means, or have you heard that word before? I don't want to be rude and talk about it without you knowing what it is, or be rude and ask you about it when you're like, like, bro, I know exactly what it is. I live that word. That word is my life. I've been living that word my whole life. In fact, my first word was accountability. So before I even grew my first tooth, I was like, accountability, accountability, accountability. I don't know. But do you know what it is? And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it up here. I did say I was going to have a topic, and I did have a topic to talk about, but actually, we can just talk about this because this, Sam, because you've now brought it up, mate. We're gonna talk about it. Aww. Okay. Oh, okay, Nathan. So, do you feel comfortable? I mean, it'd be a great first word. I might work on that with my kid. When I have a kid, I'm gonna see, and even Dexter here. You've not met Dexter, Nathan. Right? Hang on a minute. You haven't met the famous Dexter. Just 1 second. Hey, buddy. Do you want to come up and say hello? He's doing the lickies right now. He's just doing the lickies. Nathan, I don't know whether you want to hazard a guess at what it means. Tell us what you think it means, because you're probably right, to be fair. So tell us what you think it means, and then we'll go through the definition and we'll discuss it more. But I definitely. But while you're doing that, Nathan, saying whether or not you want to explain, I want to introduce you to Dexter. Hello. Come on, you. Oh, you got excited, didn't you? Oh, is it more cuddles time? Is it? Is it more cuddles time? It might be more cuddles time. Come on. Are you just getting yourself ready? Come on. He loves this. He just kind of stays down there looking up at me like, being a trustworthy person, basically. That's a good definition, Nathan. Yes. Okay. We like it. We like that version of it. Yes. I mean, that's effectively a very huge part of it. When you're accountable, you certainly do become a lot more trustworthy as an individual, not just to other people, but actually to yourself as well. When you hold yourself accountable, you actually build a better relationship with yourself where you trust yourself. Here's Dexter. Here he is. Here's the cat of the hour. He's a big old cat. Oh God. You okay, mate? You're right. You took a little tumble there. So Dexter joins us on these lives primarily because I'm sat on a chair. Actually, I'm sat on an ottoman. And he ever since we started doing this, Nathan, he takes it as cuddle time. So every time I sit here, he just has to join us. But you also have to say hello. If you want to come up here, you have to say hello to everyone. Say hello. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Say hi to Nathan. Oh, buddy. There we go. So yes, there's a cat, the house cat. And he's a wonderful human being at the best of times, but not at the worst of times. Your cat's great. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe we've got cousins. Who knows? So right, I'm going to go to the thing here. So the fact, accountability, according to Google, the fact or condition of being responsible. It says being accountable, responsibility, but that's effectively it. It's a case of being responsible. So when we talk about accountability, it is effectively teaching people how to be responsible for their self, right? And just as you say there, Nathan, being trustworthy. Because when you're responsible for yourself in regards to, making arrangements or turning up to places on time and making sure you're, doing things the way that you think they should be done and other people feel they should be done, then you're being accountable, right? But when it comes to kind of personal accountability, that's really important because it goes into the area of, are you ensuring that the words that come out of your mouth are appropriate for the audience? And if they're not, are you making sure that you are holding yourself responsible for the harm done, being accountable for the harm that's caused in the room, right? And doing that accordingly, not beating yourself up, going, oh, I'm a trash human being, blah, 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 but just being like, right, that's not what I meant to have happen. I'm really sorry. What can I do to change this? What should I have said? Excuse me, I'm sorry. Right? Which is effectively, that's it. And that builds trust with people. That does. Because unfortunately, you can't trust someone who doesn't hold themselves responsible, who thinks everyone else is responsible, but they are not. You don't trust people like that, which is why I really like your definition, Nathan. That's a very good way of putting it. So well done. Round of applause for Nathan. Well done. We're going to clap for Nathan. Clap for Nathan. You don't speak English. Very good. Yeah. So it's about those sorts of things. And then even then, on a deeper level, which again is what Sam and I were just talking about before you came in, Nathan, was about our thoughts. So when we have a thought or that affects our feelings, right? When we're feeling down, perhaps, we can hold ourselves accountable by going, right, why am I feeling this way? What is it? What is it that's caused me to feel this way? Is it because, this thing happened just now? Or is it something that's happened a long time ago that I'm thinking about? So what is it about that thing that made me feel bad? Because it's all very well me saying they made me feel bad, but ultimately I still feel bad and they may never do anything about it. They may not be accountable. So I've got to be accountable for myself and go, right, how can I make this better? For me at least. And that's being accountable. That's what it's all about. And there's another term that we use around this, which is self-awareness. Self-awareness. This feels like school right now, buddy. Sometimes it switches, sometimes we go into that. So Nathan, what would you like to discuss, my friend? What would you like to bring to the conversation? Because basically when I do these, sometimes we end up talking about all sorts of different things, right? Sometimes we just have a laugh. We talk about nonsense. Sometimes it does feel a bit like a lesson, but I always want to make sure it's a topic that people actually want to talk about. I appreciate y'all haven't said nothing for a while, so we can change the subject. Go for it. What would you like to discuss? What brought you here today? Did you come to see hey, what's up? What's going on? What is Dan's Den all about? Sam, have you got any news to share? I mean, Sam, where's your listen count up to now? And also, is that on YouTube or is that on SoundCloud? Hang on. I'm gonna go SoundCloud. Oh, that's nice of you. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so what kind of other stuff are you sub to? What kind of what other stuff do you usually watch? YouTube 26K. Go on, my son. Go on, get in. Amazing. Yeah, Nathan, what kind of stuff do you usually sub to? What's your favorite streamer right now? Who are they? What do they do? So I'm not going to try and beat them. I'm not. That's not my goal. I'm just trying to have a good time. I'm never going to be able to top, anyone's streams so much because this is just like a little bit of fun for me. This ain't serious. I don't have people subbing and people donating and then sounds being played and little animations on the screen and me sat there with my headphones on, I don't know, trying to speed run Dark Souls. I can't do that. I'm not. I usually watch gaming streamers. One of my favorites have been doing Terraria Minecraft a lot recently. Cool. Okay, then. And I'm guessing those people are a lot further ahead than I am. I have a feeling. I've got this little feeling that they're a lot further ahead than I am. I mean, is there an end to Terraria? I mean, it feels like a silly question, but I'm just curious. Is there is there a final part? Is there a final bit to Terraria where you can literally just go, okay, cool, we're done now. We can just be done with this. Is that, yeah? Oh, he's making loud licking noises. There is a final boss. All right, let's have a look at him. Let's see what the final boss looks like. Because is this the blood moon, the dark moon, the corn moon? What's it? Moon Lord. Is that it? That's it, right? The Moon Lord. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Right. Terraria final boss. That's what I was going to look at. Terraria. This is going to intimidate me to hell, isn't it? This is going to intimidate. Right, there's the Moon Lord. Oh, I've seen it. Wait, the Moon Lord in normal mode? How's that happen? Oh, that's 1.3. I was gonna say, my friend, expert mode, no damage. Lord. Hello. Wait, hang on. What is expert mode? Is that after hard mode? You're kidding me, right? You're kidding me, right? Oh, hello. It's the hardest boss in Terraria here, apparently. But I've put in okay, the ultimate Moonlord boss guide. This is 1.3 mine, so this is going to be slightly different. I don't know if it. Okay, good. I was going to say, I thought it was sounded a bit quiet then. I love this outfit this guy's wearing. Oh, and he just got on a minecart. Whee! Yeah, and he's out the minecart. What? Can you get to the fight, please? Right, that's spawning. That's the arena. Melee. Right, melee gear.
One of my favorite weapons for this fight, and probably my favorite weapon in the game, is the solar eruption. Obtained by crafting solar fragments received from the solar pillar.
The solar eruption looks pretty cool. Magic gear. Yeah. Show me the fight. Where is it? Right. Accessories, mounts, blah, blah, blah. Strategy. How to dodge. Right. Here it is. Good Lord. You know, take the time.
This isn't an easy fight. I'm just going to call the hand on the left his left hand, even though technically it's his right hand, and vice versa. Then you want to move your character to the left as the right hand starts to spawn phantasmal spheres in.
Okay.
Jumping to dodge the phantasmal bolt and the phantasmal eyes that spawn. Generally, if you avoid jumping and keep your character on the ground, they'll get destroyed by the ground or the ceiling above.
Okay.
His head's eye will open, and his left hand will spawn phantasmal spheres again. Wait a few seconds for the spheres to all appear, and then jump up to the platforms above before the laser makes contact with you. That part's important. This will make the spheres easy to dodge as they can only move down, and will cause the laser to be obstructed by the ceiling above. At the same time, you'll see the right hand shoots another bolt at you, which I did a quick jump to avoid. Your first few fights, you really aren't going to avoid these phantasmal bolts, but eventually you'll get the hang of it.
This looks mental. All these comments. Right, excuse me. Right, yes, technically, but it's kind of like Minecraft, where once you're done, you don't have much more to do. The final boss is the Moon Lord. The Corn Moon. I don't know. Expert mode is a world difficulty that is above normal mode. You can set it at world creation. Basically makes everything harder, including bosses, and the bosses give special rewards. Okay, but can you get to expert mode? Like, can you get there? Can you get there after hard mode? I mean, I don't know if we'll ever play for that long. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to stream the game for that long. I don't know. But, you know, I'm just kind of thinking around it. This game's massive. It's so much bigger than I ever thought it could be. So much bigger. Hang on, let's see. Total playtime, because I reckon there isn't really like a total playtime as such. Like, it's definitely this. But hang on. Terraria. Let's see. Main game is 101 plus hours. Oh my god. Hang on. So main story and extras. Leisure is 202. All play styles 542 hours. Hang on. Right. Speed run 5 hours and 2 minutes for the whole game. I'm not sure about that, guys. This is quite interesting. Have you guys ever heard of howlongtobeat.com? This is literally a rundown of all of it. This is mad. Right, PC, 96.12% of people play on PC. I mean, there's no surprise there, is there? Really. I need to keep your chat on the screen so I can see what you guys are saying. Unos momentos. There we go. So, without a new world, no. Okay, then. Right. So, okay, fair enough. So you just have to jump straight into expert mode. That's a bit bum, innit? A bit rubbish. 84% rating. That's good. What's the insane 20% retirement? I don't know what that statistic means, to be honest, but this is fun. All right, guys, give me some games. You mentioned Minecraft. Let's see how long that takes to finish. Let's see. 542 hours there is ridiculous. Right, Minecraft. Let's take a look at this. No. I won't have it. I will not have it. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, exactly. You'd need a hell of a lot of hours, wouldn't you? You'd need so many hours to know how to do it in 5. That's ridiculous. And I kind of want to watch that. I don't want to watch it, but I kind of do want to watch it. Just like skim through. Like, it's not even the boss fights. It's how are you getting the equipment together to fight the bosses at speed? And they would need to know And the other part is there are some things you have to go out and find. That's the part that's bothering me. You have to go out and find them. How the hell do they know that one? Ridiculous. Wait, 25-minute random seed speed run. 1 hour and 50 minutes. Easy now. Well, this is what's bugging me out. Okay. This is what's bugging me out about this is that here, what it says is this is disgusting. Not in a bad way, but just like it's mental. A full playthrough of Minecraft and all play styles is 954 hours. Now, I just want to put that in perspective. Hang on, 954 hours in years. Okay, maybe don't do it in years. That's over a month. Solid. A solid month of playing that game. So, what, a month and a week? 5 weeks? 5 weeks. Solid. 5 weeks of playing without sleep or break. Ugh. Bloody hell. You got 1,236 hours in Rust. Wow. Okay, Nathan, what game do you think you've played the most? What game do you think you've got the most hours clocked up on? In fact, let me open up Steam and see what I can see the most hours I've got here. Because it probably isn't that much, to be fair, to you guys at all. I'm trying to think of a game I played the most in my life. What's the game I would have played the most? It wouldn't be GTA 5. Oh, God. I think as a collective series, it probably would have been Dynasty Warriors. Dynasty Warriors, whatever. Because I played all of those. Amazing. Got 1,100 hours in. That's fair. That's impressive. Absolutely. That is mad. Absolutely mad. I've still got this Moonlord video up.
Damage all 3 eyes, so you don't have to spend too much time on the last 1 or 2 later.
This looks horrific. I hate it. I hate the Moon Lord. I'm never going to fight him. Don't like him. Just delete them. Delete the whole Lord. Delete the whole moon. Screw it. We don't need the moon. We do need the moon. Just delete it. I don't know why we need it. Right. Come on, Steam. Where are you? Here you are. La 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 la. Shoobity ba ba da boo boo boo. Yabba da ba da bee boo boo. Close it down and then do do do. Right. Okay. How do I figure out 47 hours on that one? 35 minutes, 9 hours. Really? Fair play. 4 hours, 108 minutes, 3. Right, let's go to 7, 2. Oh, I like that game. 94 hours. That's really not that great in City Skyline. I love City Skyline, though. City Skylines is great. Congo, 6. No, I'm trying to think what games. 46. Wow. Cool, blimey, governor. Darkest Dungeon, 25 hours. That game's great. Dark Deception. Oh, yeah. No, that one's quite fun. Let's see. What games have I played a lot of? Dead Pixels is excellent. So much fun. Depth, I played that. No, 5 hours. Don't Starve Together. Didn't play that a lot at all. Empires of the Undergrowth is amazing. Enter the Gungeon. Xanima. I spent 18 hours playing Xanima. It just doesn't feel like that much. 50 hours on Fallout New Vegas. I spent more time playing City Skylines so far than anything else. But just 94 hours. That's it. It's a measly amount of time. Come on. Let's see. I'm trying to find which one. Half-Life 2. 2 hours. That's a lie. That is such a lie. I don't know where they've got that from. Hunger Dungeon. No. I Am Bread. 2 hours. I Am Bread. Great time. 3 hours playing in San Aquarium Deluxe. Just love that game generally. It's fun. Let's see. 42 minutes on that. Knock Knock. 3 hours. That game was creepy as hell. Wait. No. That's a lie. So Left 4 Dead was 52 hours. That is a fat lie. That is a huge lie. No, I don't believe you. I played way more than that. Way more than that. Because I bought this back in 2000. I bought it back in 2008. Literally. So that's a lie. They're lying. And I played it at uni. I played 52 hours alone at uni. So that's a lie. I think these numbers are broken. 73 hours on Left 4 Dead 2. Loadout was fun. Played that more than I thought I did. I mean, I've just got like, you know, Nation Red. What the hell was this game? Oh, that game. Right, yeah. Netho was weird as well. Yeah, I've just got a load of games that I yeah, this game was weird as well. I forgot about Nosgoth. That's so weird. That I just randomly played a lot of. And I think that's the only way I could put it. Really? Peggle! Oh my god, Peggle. Peggle Deluxe, 17 hours playing Peggle. I have zero shame about that. Zero shame. I love Prison Architect. The game was great. Quake 2. Whew. I mean, this is okay. I'm done. But basically, you get the idea. I played a lot of these games for a lot of time. 71 hours on Transport Fever, which I only bought recently. I've got to chill out. I'm really got to chill out, guys. I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to relax. So, right. How to beat Moonlord. Run, fly up and over him sometimes and run again. But on a huge platform. Yeah, the huge platforms seem to be the thing. That seems to be the key behind all of these is, you know, just, yeah, basically. Just, That's a lie. Last of Us 2, 23 hours in the main story. Boo. Boo. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. The average is 23 hours. Nah, man, they're just flying through it. That's their problem. I don't believe you. It's not true. It's just not true. Bioshock 2 is 11 hours long. That's quite not okay. 14 hours in The Last of Us. Huh. This is fascinating. How long? Right. I want to look at Final Fantasy 7 because I'm playing that at the moment, the remake. And by the way, it really is absolutely magnificent. 34 hours. Okay. So I've still got quite a bit to go. That's all right then. So 37 and a half hours for the other one as well. Completionist 83 hours. Main and extra 42. Okay. All right. That's extra. So when they say main and extra, I want to know what they mean. Right. So for us, 1,237 hours. That is insane. And on record, Unturned 1,169 hours on record. Counter-Strike 936. That is insane. Insane, mate. Top 3 played games. Wow. How do you get that? Where do you get? Hang on. Filter. Search by. Wait a minute. How do I group by collection? Sort by recent activity. Show only ready to play games. Recent activity. Right. Hang on. No, can't do that. How do I look at the top 3 most played? Boo. I'll leave it. Never mind. It's not important. Scroll to top. Thanks. Wait a minute. How is this 152 out of 263? That seems odd. Are there things on my list that I haven't got here? Oh, here we go. Hours played. I've got it now. Oh, yeah. No, my top 3 don't even touch it. 94 hours, 73, and 71. Not even close, mate. No, you're MLG. MLG right there. Look at you putting the hours in. You too, Nathan. Got 1,100 hours. Well played. So hang on. You got to fly over him sometimes because he shoots a huge laser that in normal mode does 150 damage if you don't have any armor or damage reduction. Yikes. No, thank you. I'm okay. No, thank you. Someone completed Final Fantasy 7 speedrun in 7 hours and 23 minutes. That's really impressive. That is very, very impressive. I don't understand this. I really want to understand this part. Very low, 0.7% retirement. Does it mean they didn't get it? I don't understand this bit. Explain this to me. Refuse playing. Right. I mean, this is pretty cool. Retired. What does this mean? They just stopped playing. Is that what they're saying? They must be. It must be what they mean. They just stopped. Do 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 ba ba doo ba da boo. Is my name on here? This is quite concerning. I'm now looking at it as this. How are they getting all these people? Are these people actually registering it? Is that how it works? I mean, it's pretty cool, but it's also a bit like, whoa, whoa, whoa. No, shut up. When did the game come out? That doesn't make sense. I'm looking at this how long to beat thing. And this guy apparently completed it on the day it came out, but he also said that it took him like 39 hours or something to beat it. I'm like, so then you didn't beat it on the day you came out. So what are you talking about? That doesn't. You can't have completed on the 4th of April. It came out on the 10th. Excuse me. I had to burp into the microphone to show my disdain. Just completely not okay, right? It's just unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. Like, totally not okay. Completely unacceptable. How many subs do I have? Because you can't tell. Hang on a minute. Let me see. I think I swear to God, it's something like 16 or something like that. Something like that. Oh, right. No, I've taken it off as well. I have no idea, mate. I do not know. I don't know. But I think that's probably because, again, I don't care. I'm really not bothered. I didn't set this whole thing up to turn it into, look at all the subscribers. I don't care. I'm just a channel. I'm just a channel trying to make some content, trying to do some live streams and make hard mode in Terraria. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all it. That's it. I actually can't see, and I don't know how to find out. I've gone to my channel. Oh God, that was me talking back to myself. Tors, what's up? Have you had your shift, Tors? Tors, have you had your shift? Have you done it? Have you done your shift? Tell us. Tell us now, immediately. Is your shift done? No, it starts at 4. Everyone, very quickly now, everyone, all of us, we need to give Tors a well-wishing message. Everyone here, all right? So you know how they say F in the chat if someone's lost something? I think we should put a V in the chat because, as in Vin, go out there and Vin, or an S in the chat for send it. I think that's what we should do. V or S, whatever. Put something in there. Support Tors on their first shift today. Letting them know that they're going to get it. They're going to win. They're going to serve. They're going to earn, and they're going to grow. Everyone, there it is. And Nathan's even giving it the extra boops. By the way, I like the boops. It's a little bit of a trademark Nathan thing. That's cool. Boop. Boops. I don't even know how you say it. I don't boops. However, it's supposed to be said, but that's what I love it. I love it. Boops. Get them, Tors. Turn up to the cafe and boops. All the customers. Would you like some coffee? Boop. Just ask your colleges to 1v1 on UKN. What the hell are you talking about? You'll get a pay rise. What on earth are you talking about? Boops is a fish. All right, I'm Googling this immediately, mate. What fish is it? Boops fish? It is actually a fish. Boops is a type of sea bream. Literally means cow eye. That is amazing. Commonly called bogue. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, you are always welcome here. Always welcome here, Nathan. That is superb. Ask your colleagues. Right. Okay, we're gonna backtrack a little bit. We're just gonna take a step back. Let's just go back a couple of steps. Towards don't 1v1 anyone you work with. Okay. I love it. Go in there. I will beat any of you at 1v1. I tell you what, Tors, one thing I did do is I 1v1'd a colleague of mine where we saw how much, we had a competition on who can earn the most tips, basically. Who could earn the most tips? That was the game that we played. And obviously we weren't allowed to like do anything illegal. We couldn't ask people for money. That wasn't it. We weren't going to try and make it. It was literally based on service, who could earn the most money on that shift. That was actually a really good fun shift, that was. But yeah. I don't know. I actually don't know what classes I could be. I mean, right now, all I know is that I'm not really very much of a ranged person. Well, no, this is the thing. You see me fight, right? You saw me fight the Queen Bee yesterday, right, Nathan? No, or you saw me fight the Wall of Flesh, didn't you? But that was a ranged fight because I could not take that thing on melee, right? I couldn't. But when I fight the bee, I fight ranged. And then when I fight the Brain of Cthulhu, I fought both melee and ranged. Have I ever used magic? Yeah, with the bee gun, absolutely. And then I've got this sudden Staff of Frost thing, and so I'm a bit of all. Yeah, we won't talk about 1.4. Yeah, I'm a bit of everything. I don't really main a thing because I never really have done that, to be fair. I like being a jack of all trades and master of none. How many places have I worked in? Okay, I'll list them. Are you ready? Here we go, Nate. Tors, I'm going to list the places I've worked in. Here we go. So the first place I ever worked in was actually Envy, a clothes store. And then I was like, this is boring as hell. I need to leave. So I left. Then I worked in a place called Old Orleans, which is a very old restaurant, which I don't think exists anymore, actually. Hang on. I don't know if there are any left. Because the whole load of them shut down. Old Orleans. Is there one left? Hey, there's one left. So September 2011, Old Orleans closed. Oh, that's a shame. Apparently, there's still some open. So okay, yeah. So in Old Orleans. Hello, Twigsy. Welcome. So there you go. So you worked in a clothes store and you were bored. Amazing. Welcome, Twigsy. Hello. You're extremely stressed. No. Talk it out here. You know the rules. Talk it out. Bring it to us. And then where did I go after that? Oh my God. Oh Lord. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna have to list them as I remember because I know it's been a number. So Old Orleans, I've worked in a Lock Fine. I worked in what was known as London Street Brasserie in Reading. I worked in a Giraffe restaurant. I've worked in a Ha Ha Bar and Grill. I've worked in an All Bar One. I have worked in a bar called, what was it? Glow. At the time it was called. I have also worked in I worked for events. So I did service at like weddings and stuff like that, which was pretty cool. I've worked in what was Moxie's Bar and Grill in a place in Canada. So I worked over there as well. And I worked in Miller and Carter. I worked there for a very long time. I worked in another restaurant out in Canada as well. I can't remember what it's called, but it was a small kind of Greek restaurant sort of place there. I think. Oh, and I've worked in a Slug and Lettuce. I forgot about that. I worked in a Slug and Lettuce, and I did that. That was kind of boring, to be fair. I only did Tuesday nights, and Tuesday nights were dead, so that was not the one. Is that it? Is that all? Have I worked in anywhere else? Where's the nicest place I worked in? I don't think it was there. Well, it was forgettable wherever it was, but yes, I've worked in all of those different places. And that's both as waiter. In fact, no, I've been in those places as a waiter, as a bartender, and as a line cook. I'm not even going to call it chef because I didn't chef nothing. I put food in a plate, whacked in the oven. Not even going to be around the bush on that one. But yeah, I did that. And I think that's it. I feel like, oh yeah, there was a place called Bar 38. Oh, I'll tell you this now, Tors, right? I'll tell you a quick story, okay? So I see the comments coming in. Nathan, I saw what you said, so we'll come back to that in a second. One thing I will point out, right? And this is something I need you to be aware of because this is something that is actually a problem in the industry you're in. And I think you should be very conscious of this. It's not a good thing, but it's something you need to be aware of, okay? Now, there are legality issues around this. And some people say if it's in your contract, then that's the case. And some people say it's not, right? Now, when I worked in a place called Bar 38, no longer exists. It's not there anymore. It's now a Browns, okay? Okay, I'll come back to that as well. There's policies in restaurants where if you have a walkout on a table, if someone decides not to pay their bill and walk out, then sometimes the restaurant covers it. Sometimes the waiter has to cover it. I mean, the waiter has to pay the bill of the people that decide to walk out on their table. Now, this is decided by the restaurant and their contract, apparently, but there are legalities around this. Now, the reason I say this is because at Bar 38, bear in mind, I worked just above minimum wage. There was a group of men who ordered a bunch of beers from me, and then I was called away from table service, serving a table, onto the bar where I had to serve at the bar. In that time, the group of 5 gentlemen that worked up a £120 bill walked out on their bill. They literally walked out. I had to pay their bill, 120 quid. I had to pay their bill back based on the restaurant policy. I left. I didn't work there anymore. I just left. I was like, I'm literally not working there anymore. Like, it's ridiculous. And actually, no, it wasn't even that I left. I went into work and the manager, no, that's it. The manager actually didn't let me come back. The manager's like, you're not coming back here because I wouldn't pay back the £120 bill. That's what actually happened now. I remember it. I didn't leave. They kicked me out because I wouldn't pay back the bill. So I lost my job because they pulled me off the floor to serve on the bar and then £125 walked out of the building. £20, £120. Yeah. So I don't think it doesn't happen a lot. It doesn't happen a lot. And I will say that, but it's just because it came into my mind and I was like, yeah, be aware. Most, like, literally 98% of the time, people pay their bill. People are honest, right? Sometimes people forget, they come back, they pay it. But that 2% of the time, So you always got to, keep an eye for that. Right, let me go through these and I'll come back to your thing there, Tors. So there's an armor set that is for melee and rangers, one for magic summoners. Both do need some grinding though. I mean, we'll have to grind, right? That's the whole purpose of the live stream. We have to grind. We have to grind through it. We have to, we got to boop-a-doop. But we'll have fun while we grind. And actually, I think on Tuesday when I go live, Sam, now we're in hard mode, by the way, mate. If you're around on Tuesday, I'm opening it up now so people can join. And obviously, I'm only letting certain people join. So there was a young person, what was her name? I've forgotten, who could join on Tuesday. I kind of wish they were here now because then we could talk about it. But yeah, so if you want, you can join me on Tuesday. I don't know if you have a PS4. I don't know if you can join. It'd be great if you could. But yeah, you could join me on Tuesday if you want, and we can work it out together. Because now I'm in hard mode, we can now open it up. Should be interesting. Yeah, so we'll have a good time. We'll have a good time for sure. Okay, so Twigsy, you got up at 11:45, so I wouldn't be late for the stream. I need to find out the power had gone out, and I had to go look after my little sister for ages, and then the power came back at 12:30, and I had to get breakfast, and I had to cut some apple slices for my dog because she ran out of food, and then I had to stop by my siblings screeching at each other, and then I had to restart my computer 3 times, and then put the Wi-Fi password in again because it half reset itself, and now here we are. Okay, well, you're here. Well done. You got it all done. You're here. Fantastic. That's good. That's good news. You've made it. Hurrah, hooray, hurrah. It does sound quite taxing, but you're here now. And that's what really matters. That's all that really matters. That's fine. Okie dokie. Right, might be a card question, but all those places, how many are the same way of writing down the order? The way you write down the order is basically the same, man. Like, it all depends on how you're an hour late. Well, don't worry, Twigsy, because no one was asking where you were and no one was making bets and stuff because I started talking. Sam came in. We had a discussion about accountability. Then Nathan came in. Nathan's relatively new. So Twigsy, meet Nathan. Nathan, Twigsy. Nathan, Tors, Nathan. We're all new here. So don't worry. Like, yeah, it's okay. It's fine. Yeah, it's all right. I appreciate why you're putting pressure on yourself, though, because usually when people are late, we're like, hey, where have you been? Blah, 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 blah. But yeah, it's all right. Oh, Nighthawk, Silent Phantom. Hi. Hello. How's it going? Yeah, that's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Everyone has their day. It's absolutely fine. But I broke into hard mode. So yeah, tours. Basically, it all depends on how the menu's set up. So you can have menus. Let me put it this way. If you imagine the McDonald's menu, right? Simply, I'll have a cheeseburger with fries. And then if you imagine you're writing that order down, cheeseburger, fries. And then the only other question is, do you want it to be a large? And you put L next to it. But if you've got a restaurant like, oh God, I'm trying to think. Let's imagine another restaurant where Nando's. So imagine you're working a place where you got to write down those orders. Now you've got, right, is it a half chicken, quarter chicken? What spice level do they want? Are they having two sides or one side? And suddenly the way you write it down is very different. The way that here's a process that I'm absolutely going to show you. In fact, I'm gonna go in on this one because hang on. 1 second. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you this. This is a lifesaver. And actually, you may earn a little extra money from this. Right. So this was a process I learned from working in Miller and Carter, and this made money. Trust me, this made a lot of money. You may find this will work for you, but yeah. In other words, sponsor honey. Hey, all right. Nighthawk, Silent Phantom. But I mean, I hear you, man. But you know what? Kudos to you because you are constantly fighting that battle. Keep on fighting. Because trust me, someday you'll win, and some days you'll feel like you're not winning. Some days you'll feel like you ain't gonna win that fight. But believe me, all you have to do to win that fight is to stay in the fight. That's all you have to do. Stay in the fight and you win the fight. All right. I see you out here trying, doing the best. Keep doing your best and stay in the fight. All right. So, okay. So here we go. You've got a table. Okay. Table there. And you've got, say, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, there was a whole process. Now, this could get real complicated, but you don't have to worry about that because all you need to do is decide who is number one at the table. All right? Who's number one? And you could say, let's say this is number one. This is person number one. Now, what you do is you work around clockwise. 2, 3, 4. Now, what you could do if you really wanted to be sneaky about this tours is you could go, right, number one is always the oldest lady at the table, right? Out of respect. Okay? Read Shadow Legends. This has got to be the most ambitious RPG on mobile in 2019. Jesus Christ. Right. So a rule of thumb, right? Tours is, y'all know, right? You know, the oldest lady at the table, all right? And don't make it a point. Don't be like, you're the oldest, so I'm going to start by serving you. Just say, Mum, what would you like to order first? Start with them at number one. Now work your way around clockwise. And what you do on your pad, imagine this is just a giant pad, right? You're going like this. You're going one, would like, I'm just going to make these up, okay? And by the way, you're also going to, if you want speed, this is another thing that I do. Now you don't try and do this if it's overwhelming. Just take your time with this. But literally, this is what I started to do, okay? So one ham sandwich, right? So to me, that would literally be HS. Would you like a salad or fries with that? Salad, please. Cool. Salad. Great. Number two. What would you like? Do you know what, actually? I just fancy a panini. Oh, would you like a tuna panini? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, cool. Tuna pan. Because maybe there's also a tuna pasta, right? So I put pan to make it close panini. Would you like salad or fries? Oh, fries, please. Okay, fries for you. Fantastic. And what would you like? Number three. I'll tell you what. I would love to have, you know, da-da-da. And you see how it goes. Now, what you've got there is not only have you got them all in order, what you can do, if say number three is not ready, like, oh, could you come back to me? No problem at all. You jump to number four. What would you like today? Oh, do you know what? Actually, I would love the tuna pasta. Okay, I'll have tuna pads, tea pads. And are you going to want anything else with that? Maybe some garlic bread? I'd love some garlic bread. Okay, cool. GB, Great Britain, garlic bread, fantastic. And this is what your thing would look like. And this, believe it or not, Tours, this process can work in pretty much every service system, every single one of them. Because if you've got a table, right, then you've literally got an ability. Hello, friend. You've got the ability to give people a bit more of a focus service. It doesn't feel out of whack. Because also what you do is when you go back to the table, you know that awkward, this is what it does. When you go back to the table, you know when people are like, right, who ordered this? Who ordered this? Nah, you're literally like, right, old lady, you ordered the ham sandwich with salad. That's what you're getting. You ordered the tuna panini. That's what you're getting. You ordered the tuna pasta with garlic bread. That's what you're getting, right? You give them what they ordered. You don't ask what they ordered, because what also happens is people can order things and then forget what they ordered. That happens to me. It happens to other people. Did I order that? So literally, you've got it. Number one, you ordered this. And of course, you read the order back to them to confirm. Because when you read it back and you've confirmed, that means that number one is absolutely getting that. I read this back to you. I confirmed, right? And then you go back to the table. Here is your tuna ham sandwich with salad. Here is your tuna panini with fries. Here is your tuna pasta with garlic bread. And you're giving it to them. You're not asking them. Because again, you're avoiding that. Oh, did I order that? Blah, blah, blah. And literally, they will take it. And also, it's more fluid. It's more efficient. And trust me, you just come across subconsciously, you come across far more reliable by doing it that way. Now, that obviously would probably, well, I don't know, Tours. I don't know whether this might feel a little bit overwhelming or a little bit much. Practice it. If it gets manic, because you have these moments in service where it's just manic and you just have to do, just do. All right. But when it's a bit quieter, practice this, because when it does get manic, you can still do this. And trust me, this also helps you a lot. All right. So that's something that I would say. Put that in place, mate. Because that, mwah. Oh, please take all my money, all the tips, please. £10 from this table, £20 from this table, £2,000 from this table. So many tips. Life so good. So yeah, do that. Definitely. And yeah, all of you, absolutely. No, keep that in mind. That's good stuff. And I bet some of you didn't realize that serving a table could be like this. You just take an order and deliver it, right? No, you do not. There's a whole science you follow around this, man. And if you do that, this has actually made me feel really good, because I've never taught this to anyone. But this really was my staple of service. Yeah. Oh, so how do you put on the order and who's paying? Obviously, I can't tell you that part. The system will tell you that, and that will be quite self-explanatory, I reckon. And also, the system usually will communicate it in a way where the chefs will already understand it. Bear in mind, the chefs will already work there, right? So they'll know how the tickets come through. When it comes to who's paying, never assume. Place it in as center of the table as possible, right? Unless, of course, you go to the table with the bill, or if someone asks, well, actually, no, excuse me, forget what I said there. If someone asks for the bill, you give it to the person who asks for the bill, right? That's it. You give it to the person who asks for the bill. If you are giving the bill to a table because they are done or they need to get out, put it in the center of the table. Leave it in the center. Do not assume anyone pays the bill, because that's a dangerous game. You're playing a dangerous game, all right? So leave it in the center of the table. If they ask the bill, give them the bill, okay? Because they will ask for the bill. Can we pay the bill? Right? Bring them bill. Or unless it's in a place where they go up to the counter and pay the bill there. The chefs, don't worry about the chefs understanding stuff, because again, the system will work in a way where the chefs just have to learn how it's put through. Because there will be a process. There will be a system. Okay? And the chefs will understand the system in which it's put through. So you don't have to worry about that. You just have to worry about making sure that your order is accurate. That's it. Once you've done that, bish, bash, bosh. Give me the tips and give me the money. I'll give me what's in your pocket. I want your change so I can buy my clothes and pay my rent. All right. I hope that's helpful. You got any more questions, my man? Let me know. Right. Hang on. What's going on? Ray puts more money into adverts instead of. Do you know what? Say, Nathan. I think they do. Honestly. In fact, I've not seen a Raid advert for. Where's my phone gone? Oh, it's there. I've not seen a Raid advert for a while, to be fair, but I used to all the time. Because it wasn't even those. It was like the counseling skits that they did as well. You know? Oh, why does he never pick me? You know what I mean? So yeah. It's yeah. Oh, sweet. Okay. Fantastic. Great. Yep. Awesome. Yeah. Full-time YouTubers hoard receipts. What do you mean? What kind of receipts? Are we talking about bring me the receipts, or are we talking about actual receipts? Like physical receipts? What do you mean? Because the tax. Yeah, no. It is. I hoard receipts. Literally. Look. This. All receipts. Yeah. Receipts. In fact, hang on. Stay there. You see all those envelopes? Yeah. That is 2 years worth of receipts. All of those. Each one is a quarter of the year. And in each one is literally receipts going back pretty much to 2017. Yeah. This isn't just YouTubing things, right? So if you want, I can explain the tax thing to you if you want. It is literally, yes. I haven't seen a Raid sponsor for a while, but I have seen a bunch of Raid ads. Yeah. I know Raid. I could just, I should just buy a Raid t-shirt and wear it, right? See if they just throw me some cash for it. So thank you for asking, Twigsy. Right. So you might be aware that when you are employed, right, when you're employed by a company, you pay tax, right? You pay tax, and that tax, of course, will go to the public services, etc., all the stuff, right? And that tax can be anywhere between like 20 and 40%, depending on your income. I mean, don't worry about 40%. It doesn't get there until you're earning, quite a fair amount of money. So that's cool. But when you're self-employed, which is what a lot of YouTubers are, and I am as well, when you employ yourself, meaning you go out into the world and find your own work. So, for example, Twigsy, you getting paid to make furry outfits, right? You're going out to find your own work and find your own income. You are responsible for your own taxes, because not paying taxes is illegal. Right? You've got to, if you're earning money of any sort, you've got to pay taxes into something. Okay. Now, what that means is paying taxes means when you're working. So, for example, make this as simple as possible. If I'm working for a self-employed job, so I've got myself a job and I'm going to a company down the road to do this job, then actually my travel, the money I've spent on petrol, is not actually my personal money. That's for work. Now, because that money is for work, I can claim tax on that, because technically it's for work. I needed to spend that money in order to work, right? So what I do is I keep the receipts so that I don't get charged tax on that part of the income, because also what can happen is I can charge people for the travel, right? Then, of course, there's things like if I work at home, if I work in my house, I can then claim taxes on my bills, right? Not all of it, but a certain percentage of it, because I'm using my home to work. I need my home to work. So I don't want to be charged I don't want to be charged on the income based on the fact that I've also had to spend that income on my home, on my living, on my travel, yada, yada, yada. But in order to prove to the government that I am actually spending money on these things, I need receipts. So I have to keep all the receipts, and that's even digital receipts. So, for example, I pay for Microsoft Office, I pay for Audible, all these things that I use for educational purposes and personal development purposes in my work. I claim on because I need those in order for me to work. I need those. So when I earn a certain amount of money, what could happen is the government could go, right, you've earned all this money, so we'll tax you on this much money. But if I go, wait, But of that money I earned, I spent this much on petrol. I spent this much on training. I spent this much on living. I spent this much on, equipment, microphones, cameras, da 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 da. So I didn't earn £10,000. When you deduct all the stuff I spent to earn that £10,000, I actually earned around £7,000. So that's what you tax me on, not the 10,000, the 7,000. Does that make sense? Yeah, and that's why YouTubers keep all those receipts, because if they get taxed off of the total income they get, then actually they'll end up spending more money than actually they should have done. Whereas if you deduct the money they spent to earn the money they'd earned, then actually they pay less tax, because it's like, well, I spent all this money. Yeah, makes sense. Cool. So that's why they do it, and that's why I do it. So that's what it's about. Yeah. I do want to say to Igzy, you don't worry too much. Yeah. Don't worry too much. If you work in performing arts, we'd have to do that. Yes and no. If you let me think. I don't know. If you're hired officially by contract by a performing arts company, then no. If you sign a contract where they pay your taxes and stuff like that, and they sort you all out, not pay your taxes, but they are an official company and you sign a contract with them and then no, you don't have to worry about it, because that's going through your national insurance and all that kind of stuff. But if you are being paid by the company off of a one-off thing to work with you, right? Or for you to work with them, then yes, you would need to be responsible for all of the expenditures that you make. So, for example, the travel and that would count. That would be counting as self-employed. Yes. Oh, hello. You sat there looking at me. Hello, Muddy. Yeah. But that all depends. I think, and I want to say honestly that yes, in performing arts, I want to say you're pretty much self-employed. But if you earn enough money, you can hire someone to do all that for you. So there's also that. You can literally hire someone to do all your taxes and stuff and sort that out. Yeah. What if I was one of those theatre actors who did lots of different things with lots of different companies? Then yeah, definitely self-employed, 100%. Yeah, you would need to be self-employed. You need to work on it that way. Trust me, it starts off as being quite overwhelming, but it's actually not that bad at all. It really doesn't, get that bad. Once you get used to it, it's just a learning process. I absolutely hated it when I started. But what I got into was a rhythm of every month. I've been a bit naughty recently, but every month you basically go through that months of receipts and you just basically tally them up. And there's software, there's documents, there's all sorts of things that can help you do that. So you're not actually having to sift through every single receipt. There's apps on your phone. You can just take a picture of the receipt. It automatically categorizes and files away that expenditure and does it all for you. There's all these different ways that makes it really easy. So don't worry. Like it looks overwhelming and it might feel like it's overwhelming, but of course it is, because you're not fully aware of all the things that will support you, all the things that will help you, all things you need to know to make it work. But trust me, it's not that bad. For someone who's done it for 2 years, it's a minor pain in the butt, but it's not that bad, really. And like I said, sometimes we have to do things we don't want to do so that we can do the things we want to do. And this is not big enough for me to be like, nah, I don't want to be self-employed. I don't want to teach people about social awareness and social justice because I have to look through a bunch of pieces of paper. Do you know what I mean? So that's one of the things that you kind of learn and you get over when you start, so that you can do the thing you love. And eventually when you earn enough money doing it, you can hire someone to do it for you. Everyone's a winner. Right, Nathan, do you want to hear something funny? Yes. It may have something to do. It could be seen as inappropriate. If you find it that way, I will delete it though. Oh, I'm going to say, Nathan. Here's what I'm going to say. Nathan, thank you. First of all, thank you for actually acknowledging that it may be something inappropriate. I really respect that and appreciate that. Thank you. Because I'm going to say no. Because the problem is, I don't know what you consider to be inappropriate. And you don't know what I consider to be inappropriate. and you don't know what everyone else in this room considers to be inappropriate. So, you know, yesterday I talked about people not swearing, right? And I think you were the one who said, "Oh, it's a Christian stream," which I thought was funny. No, it's the fact of the matter is that I'm creating a space here where I want to make sure that everyone feels at home and safe and comfortable, right? And as comfortable as can be. And so that means that when it comes to things being inappropriate, I don't know everyone well enough to know whether or not anything could be said that could upset them, like deeply, and make them feel like they don't belong here. This happened a while ago, early on during the quizzes. I was running quizzes and a guy was cheating on the quiz, and I called them out on it, and they never came back. I've literally not seen them back here since, right? Now, that case, I'm like, I don't mind, because you don't come here and cheat and make it unfun for other people, all right? But so I respect the fact that you said it's inappropriate. So thank you for giving the heads up. And I actually appreciate that you want to bring some entertainment to this. I really do. Because, of course, that's what we're about here, about having a fun, having a laugh. But in terms of having fun and having a laugh, it's not fun and it's not a laugh if someone who feels at home here no longer feels at home here. That's not fun. And it's not funny to laugh at that, right? So I don't want anyone here to feel like, you know, they could be at risk of being upset. I'd rather not. So, yeah, thank you for understanding as well, Nathan. Right here, man. Right here. Right here. Thank you for understanding that. So, yeah, unfortunate. But if we find something funny that we know will, you know, make others laugh, like taking the mick out of the raid ads, then that's absolutely fine. We'll go in on them. In fact, do you know what? Hang on. We can also take the mick out of Dexter, because let's be real here. What is he? What are you? What do you want again? You come back. Why? What? I'll tell you about the time, Nathan, that Dexter literally sabotaged the stream. He sabotaged the live stream. So he jumped up on my lap and I was like, oh God. And he's doing exactly what he's doing now. And then his tail was pointing up. So he managed to hook the cable and pull the cable out of the socket. And the mic muted, but when you plug the mic back in, it doesn't come back. The sound doesn't come back. You stay muted. So I literally had to restart the stream, which is very, very disruptive. So not good. Not good. Yeah, someone was cheating on the quizzes. Yeah. Someone was actually openly cheating on the quizzes, and I had to call them out because the thing is, and this is how I knew, number one, they were answering questions that there was no way in hell they'd know the answer to. And I really mean that. I know that feels a bit judgmental because it's like, how do you know? But genuinely, they were answering questions I hadn't even asked yet, and they were answering them correctly with capital letters. Whereas when they usually say things, they never use a capital letter. They never did. But suddenly they were answering these questions, getting them right, answering them before I asked the questions, and using capital letters. I was like, you couldn't be more obvious. So I was like, stop cheating. Stop it. Because basically what they could have done was I could have told them the quiz I was going to do, right? All they had to do was go onto the same website, search up the same quiz, and they could have literally had the questions right in front of them. And that was it. I don't want to give names out here. No, I'm not. You know who they were, but even though I know you're saying you don't know who it was, but you knew them in this group, but they haven't been here for ages. So yeah, but I'm not naming names. I don't want to do that. I'm not going to start, doing that. It's mean. Right. So hang on. Yeah. Wait a minute. So yeah, but by the way, what? Oh, come on. Hang on. Where are they? Where are they?
So how was your week?
Go on, just tell them what you did.
What? It was a dungeon run. I can't do it solo.
Right. And it had to be her?
Oh, hey, take it up with my player. I don't pick the teams, right? Your words, please. And yeah, it had to be her. She's crazy good in that dungeon. Hey, whoa. Put down that axe. Read. Fight together.
There you go. There's a whole ad. There's a whole ad right there. Oh, well, no, Nathan, I'm gonna go. I'm going now. It's time. Um,
So who wants to start?
no, we're not doing this again.
Oh, no. He never picks me anymore. I guess my skills just aren't enough. Or
It's time to go. It's 1:30, so we're done here. Nathan, sorry, we're gonna leave. So there you go. Well done. I'm neither going to confirm nor deny. But listen, thank you very much for being part of the live today. This has been a good episode. This has been a great episode. Thank you very much for being part of it. We're going to, of course, sign out as usual, not part of the peak, because we are now into that stage where there's a big risk of there being a huge spike of coronavirus again coming back. So we're just going to make sure that we don't let that happen, people. We're going to make sure that happens. So thank you very much for watching Dan's Den Live. We'll see you all on Monday. Tours, best of luck today. Looking forward to hearing how it goes on Monday. We'll see you then. I am live on Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday, I will be coming off at 2:30. So maybe what I'll do is I'll jump onto area a bit earlier. But yeah, I need to come off at 2:30 because I do have a meeting at then. But so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I won't be live. Thursday, Friday, I'll be on. Okay. But we'll have a good time with it. Guys, have a great weekend. Love you all dearly. Nathan, welcome to the stream, man. Good to have you here. And we'll all see each other again next week. Deuces, people. Later.